Welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm Jesse.
Today we're reacting to a guy named David Jaff, who's apparently a video game creator. And he's reacting to Asmongold, who was reacting to that town hall meeting in Worcester, Massachusetts, where all the crazy, trans people and drag kings and queens came to speak out.
I remember.
Yeah, so we're reacting to that.
I know if I were a trans or non-binary actor on a Broadway tour who's coming to this city this year, I would not feel safe coming to Worcester.
Uh-oh.
With the rhetoric that...
Okay, what do you mean, uh-oh?
I would not feel safe coming to Worcester.
Uh-oh. Why would you even say uh-oh? You piece of junk. Imagine having all the power and the influence this guy has. And who does he pick on? The LGBT community. I invite you, Asmongold, to read up. The guy's name was Sam Nordquist. He was 24 years old. He's dead now. He was tortured.
What does that have to do with anything?
Who? What does this have to do with this?
That's what I was asking. He's bringing up a news article of a trans man who was unalived in order to make his point that you shouldn't be talking crap about trans people. Yeah.
He didn't even talk crap. He just said, oh my. He said, oh my. Right? Wasn't that it? Wasn't that what he said? Exactly, pretty much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you? This person died.
How dare you have a reaction?
What? So now that this trans person died, no one can speak out about the trans ideology crap happening?
He's also not picking on anyone. He's giving a political opinion.
Yeah, well, you're not allowed to do that, don't you understand? Because this guy has a problem with it because some trans man died. Don't you get it?
No.
I don't get it either.
Tortured. He was murdered. Never did anything wrong. Except have the fucking confidence, the fucking bones to fucking be who he is. But, I guess that's not good enough for you, Asmongold. He doesn't pass the cool check. That's unfortunate for him because he's dead now. If someone like Asmongold, seriously, I wonder if he is aware of his influence, and I wonder if he's sad or depressed or this is not terribly bright. This is...
You know what I'm getting from this guy? I'm getting a lot of jealousy.
It's a lot of negative talk, too.
Yeah. I think he's jealous that Asmongold has a bigger following, and he doesn't, and he's an ally, and he doesn't like anyone critically speaking or reacting to anything that has to do with LGBTQ.
Right. I agree.
Well, we are here to say that you can react to whatever the hell you want to react to.
You can react however you want to react to.
Yeah, it can offend me. Anyone who's offended, it's their problem.
As long as you're not
offended.
murdering someone, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
He can oh my anything he wants. He can give his opinion because we live in America, where freedom of speech is a thing.
Unlike Germany.
3 hours ago, there's, over 250,000 people have watched this. And hey, man, I support his right to think whatever he wants. He has a right to dislike people. He has a right to express it as long as it doesn't incite violence. But I would say that I'm more bothered by the fact that his audience is just so goddamn big. I don't understand.
You know what the worst?
I mean, I understand how perhaps you can like the guy's gaming content or World of Warcraft content or even his anti-woke content or whatever. But, I mean...
It's not even anti-woke. It's giving very kind commentary on the videos. Just critically thinking and then having an opinion.
Yeah, and he's gentle about it, the way he talks about things compared to a lot of people.
Big time. I just find it really, really funny how this guy, who looks like a creepy Santa...
is so upset by it.
Yeah. Why would you go after the easiest target? The person who's being the nicest about it, according to
otherwise
him.
You'll get someone with nasty comments back. You know that Asmongold isn't gonna be that nasty back.
Exactly. So what this shows is this guy is a
piece of junk. He didn't say shit. He said a piece of junk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how scared he is of pissing anyone off. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's just a...
We're coming off the weekend of learning about this story. This was in Atlanta. This was a story as the New York Times, but it's all over. A person killed in New York was tortured for more than a month. It was a trans man. The cops are saying that...
This is in Warsaw, or what was it?
Worcester,
Massachusetts. What does this New York motherfucker have anything to do with the video?
Exactly. He's not thinking. It doesn't make any sense. What he's trying to do is say, like, if you make fun of, let's say, an Asian person, right? Like, oh, how dare you? Don't you know that yesterday this Asian person died?
Yes.
You can't be talking bad about Asian people.
Right, it's weird.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't add up, yeah.
No, it doesn't. Well, so people die every day.
People are murdered every day.
Yeah, people are murdered every day.
If a woman was SA'd and murdered, no one would be like, wow, it was an Asian woman. We'd be like, yeah, a man sexually assaulted and murdered a woman. Like, that's what aggressive men do sometimes. That's why it's dangerous to be alone as a woman sometimes in some spots.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that she was Asian, Hispanic, Caucasian, black. It doesn't matter.
I know. He's making a very, very...
Invalid point.
I wish these allies would just stop.
I don't know the case exactly, but by calling it a trans man, you're negating any type of sexual abuse that might have happened because it was probably a woman who was sexually abused.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah.
Despite not wanting to be, but...
Repeated acts of violence and torture between December and this month. In my 20-year of law enforcement career, this is one of the most horrific crimes I've ever investigated. The facts and circumstances of the crime are beyond depraved.
Okay, let's skip this because this isn't making his point at all. This is just sidetracking.
Probably was some sort of a hate crime because this is the culture that...
Oh, so that's what he's saying. He's like, oh, the trans people are getting attacked everywhere. So when you talk bad about trans people, that incites other people to attack trans people.
Right? Is
That makes no sense, but that still doesn't make any sense.
So he's saying that Asmon is unintentionally inciting violence?
So anyone who talks bad about any minority and that minority, like someone in that minority dies, it's their fault. That doesn't
That's
connect.
crazy.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I could find something in his YouTube channel that I could point the finger at him for and say, oh, well, you said this and someone died, so you're to blame.
Right. You said defund the police, and now police aren't showing up to burning buildings or, like, helping people in domestic situations because you said defund the police.
Yeah.
So are you the reason that no one is receiving police care?
I know. It makes no sense.
People like Asmongold, in my opinion, I don't think it's intentional. I don't think he's asking or advocating for violence against people. I'm not saying he caused this at all. I think people should be responsible for their own actions, and this guy, I do defend his right to say whatever he wants, but I just, the amount of hate that is out there and the amount of cruelty towards the LGBT community and how that, all you have to do is look at the news and listen to these people and stop treating them like jokes and actually just...
He needs to stop treating us like victims. We're not victims. The people who are bitching aren't victims. They're throwing around their weight, their power, in order to control people.
And manipulate them.
Yeah, stop being an ally. Especially these creepy-looking dudes. We don't need y'all as allies. You're spreading the wrong message. And it's making people hate us.
Yeah, and when you say LGBTQ, it really sucks because, you know, the first letter of that is L, and most of us are just sitting back and saying, don't include us.
Yep.
At the very least, most of us are, like, saying, we don't want to be involved with this.
We don't. Especially not these kind of allies, man.
Nope.
They're not good. They're not. I
don't trust people like this.
I don't either.
Be fucking human for a minute. And you realize just how much shit these people are dealing with and suffering through. And to be someone sitting up there with all of this guy's money, all of this guy's influence, meaning Asmongold, and just go, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to make money off the misery of this community.
The misery of this. Give me a break. Give me a break.
As if, like, Sunny Hostin on The View doesn't do the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
With all her money and all her privilege and all her power, but you're not complaining about that now, are you?
No, because he aligns with her.
Sunny is a View.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I think this lady up here, whoever's speaking, is a bit of a goofy person? Yeah. I mean, she's going out of her way to be flamboyant and get attention, and, you know, that's what she wants and that's what she needs to get her message out. And, you know, she opens herself up to that. But that said, though, you know, Asmongold, read the fucking room, man. You can have your opinion. People can support and respect your opinion, but what are you doing, man? You've got 3 million.
What room should he be reading exactly?
Where can he have his opinion if you're judging it so hard? Have an opinion. We're just going to shit all over it and not let you have it. Actually, don't have an opinion, but have an opinion.
Right? It makes no sense. And what room are we talking about? What room? His ideological room? We don't want to read that room. We don't know what's in there, and we don't want to find out.
It's not like he's in front of a whole class of people. It's not like he's sitting there making people watch this stream.
It's because he has a giant following. How about you go after someone like Hassan, who's talking to radicals, terrorists on his stream? Don't go after the easy guy, the guy who's nice.
Right.
That's like he's coming across retarded.
It's not going to work out well for him.
3 million people who watch your shit. These people are dying. They're not coming for you.
We're not dying. God, everyone dies. We're not dying en masse. It's not happening.
No, it's not. It's definitely not.
If that was happening, it would be all over the frickin' mainstream media news. I wouldn't be able to not hear about it.
She'd be terrified about me leaving the house.
Yeah, but it's not happening. So when you say, "Oh, we're dying," you're disgusting.
You're
you
lying.
are repulsive. Stop talking.
It's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie.
Or you know what? Keep talking. Just don't talk on my behalf, okay? Don't talk on the lesbians' behalf. We don't need more allies like these people because they make no sense and they don't provide good arguments and they're not making us look good. They're not representing us or our ideals, our morals, our beliefs, none of this.
What we care for in a person, in a partner, in politics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You, buddy. You can't be as successful as you have been so far, Asmongold, and not recognize that there are people on both sides of all these kinds of arguments that use these as wedge issues to piss people off and get constituents and folks mad that would contribute to their campaign or their PR. You must know that. And I don't think you have
Of how this is another thing that they use. It's a wedge issue. I've heard Cenk Uygur say that all the time. It's a wedge issue. So we should stop talking about it because it's a wedge issue. I don't think they hear themselves, or maybe they hear themselves and they think, God damn, that was a really, really good point. And it just made them look more retarded.
Right.
responsibility to anyone but yourself. I'm not trying to shame you or anything, not that my little channel could do that, but I'm not trying to make it like you are, because you have a big following, you have to be a quote good guy in my eyes. But could you at least think before you hit publish or post or whatever the fuck you do?
Hello, Council. Remember me from last week? Oh, you don't remember me?
She was the one that was wearing the glitter on her face that was orange. And as she had like the same beard pattern that I did, kind of. I do remember you. How could I possibly forget?
Dude, up until recently, you lived in a house with roaches, okay? Do you really want to be casting stones at this woman who's, whatever, but...
I'm Anna. Been a Worcester resident for 24 years. Tonight, I'm coming to you as Laddie LaRouge, otherwise known as Lady LaRouge. Tonight, I'm Laddie. When I'm in drag, I use he, they pronouns. And I am a proud and loud queer artist in the city. I am a local...
So a boring straight woman. Got it.
I think it's ironic that he said that Asmond was attacking her for simply saying, I remember you. How could I forget someone whose face was covered in glitter? It's not really an attack. That is simply saying you looked in a way that was different than the norm. Therefore, I remember you. So
Yeah.
to be like, that's an attack is crazy.
What?
That's like saying, I remember you. You're the guy that always wore the pinstripe suit. And that's racist. How could you say that?
Hold on. She went there so people would remember who she was.
And now he's mad that they're remembering who she was.
Now he's mad because he remembers who she was.
He didn't say, oh, how could you do that? No, he just, I remember you. You were in glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
local burlesque and drag performer, producer, educator, and historian. And I'd like to ask the council and Mayor Petty why you've ghosted us, left us on red, have not responded to our emails asking for a formal apology.
Oh, now, you have to bear with me because I have to bear with Asmon. This is the fake laugh he does, and I don't respect him at all, but I would respect him a little bit more if he would, I don't know, maybe his audience is like 12-year-old boys. Maybe they really buy this.
Nope. I don't know what his audience is, but I am a part of his audience, and I'm definitely not a 12-year-old boy.
She's not.
So, read the room, bitch.
They really buy this and think it's funny. And again, you can hate this lady. and you can hate everything she stands for, but for the love of God, could you at least acknowledge that this guy's full of shit? Do you really think this is a real, genuine...
I don't think he's full of shit. I think he's giving his opinions on something. Like you're giving your opinions on him.
And we
Am I
think you're
allowed to
full of
say
shit.
You're full of shit. Exactly.
That's what my
See
opinion
how
is.
it goes?
Hey, 2 lesbians think you're full of shit.
Does that mean you're not an ally anymore because lesbians kicked you out? We're the head of the alphabet mafia.
Yeah, should we not talk about you because some white guy died?
It's like, I respect the audience more. And it's like, really, dude? But hey, if they buy it, they buy it, man. I love the WWE. I know it's bullshit. Maybe people know this is bullshit too. I don't know. Here he goes. This will take a while, but let's enjoy the theatrical stylings of Asmongold.
We're enjoying the theatrical stylings of the drag king first, which I do remember her from the other video. You gonna hate me too?
Look at
Oh, God.
it's top huh, Asmon. It's so funny you can barely eat. But that's the good trick. You cover your face so you don't actually have to do the performance. But you've already led with...
Reading way too much into it, dude. Way too much. Oh, look, he moved his finger. That means that he was thinking hateful things. Like, dude.
That's crazy.
Led with the laugh like this. Watch this. Here, how you do it. And then see when my hand is covering my face, I can take the mask down a little bit, right? That's the trick, in my opinion. Maybe he's really genuinely laughing, but I don't think so. But it's just an opinion.
Oh, jeez.
You know, what is it, buddy? What's bothering you?
Why could that possibly have happened?
This is my favorite part of this whole video, I think. I think
Who could have guessed?
goosed. Who could have goosed?
Worcester is home to world-renowned stages, the Hanover Theater.
This 65-year-old man is talking shit about someone who's like way younger than him, and he's acting more immature than the person he's reacting to.
It happens more and more these days.
I don't get these guys.
No.
Tuckerman Hall, Mechanics Hall, who hosts touring artists from around the world. I know if I were a trans or non-binary actor on a Broadway tour who's coming to this city this year, I would not feel safe coming to Worcester.
Uh-oh.
With the rhetoric that
Okay, what do you mean, uh-oh?
I would not feel safe coming to Worcester.
Uh-oh.
Like, I'm not safe. Like,
Who's coming to kill her?
Right, someone's coming. Who
Who is
out.
it?
Like, yeah.
The boogeyman?
Oh, so whoever killed the other trans man in New York is going all the way there to kill more trans people.
Oh, the people who killed that trans man are coming to Worcester to kill her?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what he's saying.
I
Right?
see. Wow, I think I got dumber.
To Worcester.
Uh-oh.
Why would you even say uh-oh? You piece of junk. What do you mean
Because
Piece
there's
of
no
junk.
Nazis coming to round us up and throw us into camps and kill us, okay? So we're allowed to laugh or be comedic, even about things that people might find offensive. You know, if I lived in a world that he would want us to live in, there would be no laughing and I would be so depressed I would kill myself. We need comedy. We don't need verbal agents who are going to come in and say, oh, you can't say that. You got to go to prison now. Oh, thanks. I was just laughing. Now you just ruined my goddamn night. Or should I be like the lady who came up in the video before? I have severe depression, agoraphobia, anxiety, psoriasis, rosacea, shingles, encephalitis,
Insomnia.
insomnia.
Yeah, she was like narcoleptic or something.
Yeah,
It's
a whole
crazy.
bunch of shit. It's like, what does this have to do with anything?
Okay.
Oh, a trans man was just found murdered and tortured.
Told you.
I'm not laughing at the trans man being murdered and tortured. I'm laughing at this guy for bringing it up as if it's a good point to be made. It makes him look so retarded.
It's not even in the same area.
No, where are you going?
It's not even in the same state.
So we're talking about this, and he went over there somewhere.
Sidetrack.
It's like, get back here where we're talking.
In Atlanta over the weekend. Uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh. You cruel, uncaring piece of shit. Again, guys, watch the guy, don't watch the guy. No, I'm going to ask you, if you watch this guy, because I know there'll be people here defending him because you guys like him and all that. How are you defending this?
No, I'm not. Technically, I'm not defending him. I'm just purposefully shitting on you because I don't like you.
It's hard not to defend him against your claims since you have no water being held with any of your claims.
How are you defending this? How is this okay? You don't have to support all the trans policies and this, that, and the other, but they're still people, man. They're still humans, and they're getting...
So I'm not allowed to support the policies, but because I don't, you're telling me, oh, but they're humans. I'm not saying they're not humans. And just because I don't support the policies doesn't mean I don't view them as humans. But you're now implying, you started with saying, oh, you can disagree. However, if you do disagree, I want to remind you that you're treating them like they're not people. And that's not true. That is not true. You're negating everything you said in the beginning with the end. Therefore, you have no argument.
Retarded.
Hurt out there and they're getting killed out there. And his response is,
Oh. Yes, the trans and the gays and the queers were out there on the battlefield being shot at in the trenches.
So our Venmo is going to be in the bio down below. We need resources for the war. Please send what you can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
oh well, tough shit for you, you selfish fuck.
Rhetoric that's been allowed to fly in these chambers, I wouldn't feel safe. We need a public apology now.
Hold on. So the public apology will make them feel safe. I did get dumber.
That's like having your significant other cheat on you and then to being like, well, if you promise it'll never happen again, I'll stay.
If you apologize, I'll forget about it.
Wow.
Get on it. Speaking of getting on it, I'd like to speak in support of item 8I that you, council, request that you, City Manager Batista, commit and act on creating an LGBTQ coalition and task force to address issues of queerphobia, specifically transphobia, as you like to say, Joe Petty. And
So they want the government to like set up a new coalition just to advocate for like what they want. I mean, I feel like that's definitely not like a task force. What is this, like SEAL Team 6? Like, what is this? This is crazy. Like, how do these people do this and not realize how alienating this is to average people? Like,
Again, I don't know this guy's education. I don't know his engagement with government and how government works.
I really feel like this is I think the biggest shock to me with looking at something like this is the fact that people that do it seem to have no self-awareness of how alienating it is.
Maybe that's because the people who do it don't think most people are as dumb or uneducated regarding the issues as you seem to be, Asmongold.
Oh, I'm really confused by that. What did he just say?
He said he doesn't think that people are as dumb as him, therefore that's why he doesn't get it.
Doesn't get what?
Why they need a special force to protect the trans.
Well, then, wouldn't that mean that logic is dumb? Because there's no special force coming to get them.
We don't have a special force to protect lesbians or gays or Mexicans.
Right.
So why?
I think he watches a lot of sissy porn, and, he gets off to
probably wants to
men in
dress-
drag or something.
He probably dresses up like a chick at night.
No. A 5-year-old girl.
Same idea. Same but different.
A little creepier, though.
Same but diff.
Gold. Check this out. This may be a surprise. This may come as a shock to you. It probably does, given how, I don't know, innocent. This is a list of the top lobbyists of the last year. That's how the government works, man. That's how we've all been trained to deal with government. They don't care about their constituents unless their constituents can offer money to them. Unless their constituents can basically say, you fucking do what I say or you're not getting the lobbying money, okay? So you're acting like this is some kind of, can you believe they're demanding a task force be set up for what they care about? Yeah, that's how it's supposed to.
It's like having a security guard stand in front of a bank that has no money.
He's saying that the people...
You're guarding nothing.
He's saying that the people that donate money get to say what task force get created and all that, right?
Yeah, but why would you create a task force?
There's no people giving money from those people. Like, the people in the transgender debate are not giving money to these causes. They're not giving money to these politicians, or else they'd be being heard. Right?
What does the task force do exactly?
I'm not sure what they want the task force to do, to be honest with you. I didn't hear.
They're going to have, like, military men standing outside of transgender houses with guns, just in case some sort of,
I don't know.
like, militia comes and takes them from their house.
Well, if they're gonna make any kind of task force, they should do a mental health one.
I agree. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we should probably cut it here.
Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe.